Yeah, hey everybody, it's Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are doing our AI-only championship series. We are in the final episode of our championship, and I guess this is kind of a bit of an epilogue because, you know, Mongolia pretty much has won the game. Although they had a couple cities flip, I mean, even after the flips, I mean, they're still winning by 300 points. And with Cree getting knocked out very early, this is basically just a guaranteed win for Mongolia, unless all of a sudden they just get completely crapped on between now and the next 50 or so turns. So what we're going to do probably most of this episode is just talk about Gathering Storm and what we kind of anticipate. Now, keep in mind, I have not played Gathering Storm, and actually for you guys, well, for me, it's Monday. For you guys, it is actually Wednesday, I think is when this is going to go live. So that means Gathering Storm is going live tomorrow, which means we got all brand new content going live tomorrow, which is awesome. But I've not played it. I have watched a little bit of the pre-release. I mean, I watched all the official pre-release stuff. I've watched a little bit of the other people play the game. For the most part, I've been kind of saving it because, you know, there's something fun playing the game for the first time, and I don't want to ruin it for myself so much. So, you know, we're going to be maybe a little bit behind the eight ball on some of the knowledge, but for the most part, you know, it's not like necessarily anyone's bringing new information all that much. And I've also been keeping up in the subreddit, so I'm pretty aware of mostly everything. So with that being said, what I wanted to talk about is who do we think in our next AI Championship Series, when we do this, when it comes with Gathering Storm, who do we think is going to be able to win? And that's a pretty interesting question there. Now, Mongolia, I think, is going to be just as powerful in Gathering Storm. Now, we don't really know the emergency system, if it's going to be any potentially better, or if the grievance system is going to end up punishing Mongolia. From what we've heard is actually the grievance system is a little more forgiving than the warmongering system, which means Mongolia is probably still going to be able to just go crazy and absolutely dominate everyone. Now, the thing is, Mongolia is not really one of the more powerful civs in, like, our game rankings. I think, what do we rank them, like 4 or 3 or something like that? No, we had them lower than that. Aren't they a 2 seed? We have them as a 2 seed, right? Yeah, they're a 2 seed, so I think we had them like 5 or 6 or something like that. But that being said, the AI tends to play them really well, mostly because they just get super aggressive with them, and they just spam out a lot of those units, and then when their units pop out, it usually is right around the good time for you to conquer your neighbors, because it's like that medieval time. It just, they tend to synergize really well with the AI, and so that works. Now, the question is, how many AI improvement tweaks did they do? How much is the diplomacy going to factor into it? And so a lot of that is just unknown until we actually run a game to see, you know, how the game is going to play any differently. So is Mongolia going to be a little more punished? Are they going to be less punished? And the thing is, if they're less punished because they get less warmongering penalty, does that mean that they're less likely to declare war on people because they're actually a little more friendly with people? Like, for example, would they immediately have declared war on America if they would have been less warmongering penalty? They might have actually been kind of friendly with America at that point, you know? And there might actually be something to be said that these people, especially with the extra victory type, Mongolia might actually desire to have a diplomatic victory. Sea state emergency. Who'd you conquer? Mo and Joe again. So because of that, you know, we might end up seeing maybe less just snowballs. Now, I think Russia is still going to be one of the most powerful, and from what I heard, you know, they got that new Blizzard Storm ability, which is awesome, and they didn't lose anything for it, from what I've heard. So that means they're going to be just as powerful in the next game, and I think Russia is just one of the crazy good ones in the game, just because they get so much territory. Now, their unit isn't necessarily as strong, and they're susceptible to early game punishment, like we saw with them getting completely wiped out in the second chance round. That being said, you know, had we been using the right AI, or had we known about this better balanced spectator the whole time, we probably still would have seen Russia, and probably Russia would still be in the game right now. But, you know, it's all speculation at this point. So I definitely think double fight on Jerusalem. I definitely think Russia is going to be way up there. I think Mongolia is going to obviously be potentially scary. And talking about the new CIVS, so we got Dido. Dido is kind of hit or miss for me. I don't know how well the AI is going to be utilized, like the AI is going to utilize them for loyalty pressure. Here's what I'm hoping to see. I'm hoping to see a situation like, for example, like the AI is losing one of their cities to loyalty pressure, and Dido moves her capital to maintain the city. If I see that, I would be over the moon excited. That would just be one of the best moments, I think, to see the AI actually accomplish that. That being said, with the AI only series, I don't know her ability is going to be particularly great. I think she's going to be hit or miss. I would imagine she's going to be probably closer to the weaker side versus the higher side. That being said, we saw a lot of potentially weak civs make it pretty far. You know, Tamar, India, and then also even Cree making it all the way and, you know, leading in the finals up until this last round. So, you know, just because they're a weaker civ doesn't mean they're necessarily going to do bad. So don't hear that as, oh, well, they're just going to suck. Now, Ottomans, I think Ottomans are Mongolia on steroids. I think Ottomans are going to get nerfed. I would be shocked if Ottomans don't get nerfed. I think they're extremely overpowered. I don't know how well the AI is going to play them with the governor system and being able to keep loyalty away, but man, I think they are going to be scary as freaking heck, and a game with Ottomans and Mongolia would just be hilariously awesome to watch. So I think they're going to be maybe right up there in the top. I probably honestly am going to rank them maybe even with these on the same tier as Korea and America. So sorry, not America, Russia and Korea. So then who else do we got? We got Sweden. I think Sweden's going to be great for players. I don't know how well the AI is going to do with Sweden, mostly because they get so much bonuses for their great works. I don't know. The AI tends to not build a lot of great works. I don't know. And also, we've never seen a culture victory, I think, in any one of our AI-only series games. If we extend the game, maybe, because culture tends to be a little harder to get. If we expend it, but here's the thing, they're still going to get the science victory. So that's where it's just like, I just don't know. I think she's going to be able to get a lot of points out, which is going to help. You know, I think she might be able to go far because of that. Is she going to be able to win? Probably not, would be what I would have to say. Mali is an interesting one, though. Mali is the one where he basically gets a lot of money, but he gets less production. The less production is going to be very punishing, especially on deity, fighting against a bunch of deity AIs. But getting all that extra money might mean he might just be able to buy a bunch of units and go a little crazy. So I'm intrigued to see how the Mali AI works. And then who else we got? Inka. Inka, I think, is going to be another one of those, you know, I would anticipate probably being a little on the weaker side. Maybe getting some mountain passes early on might be good. The fact is, so Incas, they hate anyone that settles near mountains. Because of that, they're probably going to be very unhappy with a lot of people, I would imagine, like, especially on maps like this, like, they're just going to hate everyone. And so we might see them getting very aggressive. So who knows? Canada has the ability where no one can declare surprise war on them, which actually might help them a whole lot. They might be able to sneak in pretty far because of that. You know, if, for example, like the Cree were Canada this time, Mongolia never would have been able to surprise war them. So would they have been able to just crap on them? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's double check on score. Nothing's really changing over here, right? Nah, it's still Mongolia. And then who's last? Then Maori. I think Maori. Oh, we got Maori and Hungary. I think Maori are going to be really weak. Especially on deity, because they're going to basically start off on the coast. They're going to end up getting a lot of loyalty pressure, and I imagine they probably won't even make it through the group stages. But that, we'll see. Hopefully the AI is a little bit better with them. We'll see. And Hungary, I think, is going to be extremely powerful as well if they can actually utilize city-states. If they actually utilize city-states and utilize their armies properly, dude, I would see Hungary as one of the better ones as well. I think Hungary might be one of the more powerful ones. And if it wasn't for the Ottomans, I would say Hungary is probably the strongest one incoming. So that's pretty much everything I have to say with Gathering Storm. Once again, this is all my opinion before the game even came out, so it probably is going to change 100-fold tomorrow, you know, when I start playing the game. Tomorrow for you guys, not for me, unfortunately. But yeah. So our live stream schedule, we talked about this as well. We're going to be basically live streaming on Thursday as soon as we get our 2 sessions done, because we're recording 2 series for YouTube once we get both of those knocked out. Neither of those are going to be AI series, because I'm just assuming Better Balance isn't going to work with the game. If I can get it working, we'll probably end up doing 3 series on YouTube right away then. And then after that, we're going to go live. We're going to go live on Twitch after I eat lunch and upload the videos. We're going to go live on Twitch, and we're probably just going to be live forever and ever and ever and ever. Probably. I got some crap to do on Saturday morning. I don't know if I'm going to live stream on Sunday yet. I hadn't decided yet. I normally take Sunday off. It's just kind of a nice way to get away from the computer. I guess it depends on how much of the game I actually play and how much I still want to play after the weekend. You know, we might just get a bunch of really crap starts and just be like, I hate this game, I need a day off. So, you know, I don't know. Probably not going to live stream Sunday, honestly, but we'll see. So what does that mean? That means if you're seeing this video on Thursday or Friday or Saturday this week and Gathering Storm has come out, I'm probably live on Twitch. Probably. Probably. I might just put a video up on YouTube that says, hey, guess what? I'm probably live on Twitch. Except for the morning, which, you know, our schedule's gotten so weird recently. Especially with Apex. Oh my gosh, I've been playing so much Apex Legends recently. And like I said, this turned into a podcast. We've been playing so much Apex Legends recently that, like, I've been going to bed, like, super late. Like, I'm talking, like, 2, 3 in the morning, which is kind of bad for me. I had been really good at going to bed about 1 a.m. recently, you know, for probably about the last 6 months. And, you know, yeah, 2, 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then anxiety will always kick in because you're going to bed late, and then all of a sudden you can't sleep because you're anxious about, you know, falling asleep, and it's stupid. And so you don't fall asleep till like 3:30, 4, and then you wake up at like noon, and you're like, well, there goes my morning. Problems, streamer problems. I know. So anyways, our schedule's all effed up right now. So who knows? We're definitely not going to be live streaming in the morning though. Probably. Also, I like to use the morning time to just record and get some episodes out. So what's happening over here? Let's talk a little bit what happened. Olympia ended up flipping neutral. Jerusalem is released again. Sumeria actually got crapped on a little bit here. Yeah, they got crapped on a little bit by Gorgo, but not much happened there. Japan got completely eradicated by Mongolia because, you know, why not? Mongolia's rolling around with fighters at this point. Teddy, for the most part, is holding on to all his territory. Having lost a couple of cities, though, he still has everything to himself. He's probably in second place. Gorgo's actually in second place by a lot, really. She had a lot of wonders, though. Is America going to take up on this wonder? Now, America's rolling around with infantry, so he has some potential to do some damage. Once again, at this point, like... he's up 400 points on Gorgo, and Gorgo has 0 chance. I'm intrigued to see who's going to come in second, third, fourth, fifth, and all that stuff. At this point, it looks like Teddy's going to come in second, though, because it was between Teddy and Japan. I don't know if Gorgo, though, made enough points up to actually maybe get in the top 3. She maybe ended up in third place. I mean, we'll see who gets the bronze medal. We will see who gets the bronze medal. Now, we talked about doing a series without walls. I don't think I'm going to have time to do that. Also, I think this is going live on Wednesday. Maybe this is Tuesday. I don't even know. Let's see. We had 1 episode left and then 3 more. So then that's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, see, we just don't have any time. And I think even our Netherlands campaign, we're having to double up on episodes. So because of that, I just don't think we're going to have time to do any extra series. So at some point, we'll look at it without walls. Maybe with Gathering Storm. Now, I'm intrigued to see, too, how natural wonders are going to affect Gathering, like, affect the AI-only series, specifically. Because, like, Mongolia is going really, really well, and then all of a sudden a volcano blows up and wrecks a lot of their districts. Is that going to set them back? Or is that going to give them extra fertility and actually help them? I don't know. My assumption is it's not really going to change the game all that much, but we'll see. Sumeria is now getting crapped on by Mongolia, because why the freaking heck not? They actually only have 2 capitals right now. And Yurik actually belongs to Gorgo. So I'd imagine he might go grab both of these and then go for Gorgo. But, I mean, once again, there's only 10 turns remaining. So, yeah, probably not going to happen. So, options. Let's go ahead and disable. So, anyways, this was a fun AI series. This, absolutely was a joy for me to produce. I'm thankful for all you guys who streamed it or who watched it, who've stuck with me from the beginning. I thank you everyone who, you know, offered suggestions and everything like that and potential mods. The fact is we started the series, we didn't even know Better Balanced Spectator existed. And I have to say, it's one of the more hidden mods because even now you can kind of see that not a lot of people have it because there's not a lot of comments on it. So I think the AI only, whatever the other mod was, I think that one's definitely still far more popular. But anyways, Casa got constructed as well. So, yeah. We're just ticking down, and we're just going to take a quick look at the score here at the end. We're going to be a little short of an episode. Probably should have started a little earlier, but oh well. We got 2 episodes today, so you guys can't complain. I mean, you guys can complain. I mean, you can complain about anything, you know. It's life. We can always complain about stuff, right? Dang it, Brian. Don't tell us what to do. You're not our real parents. Napor is fighting a Muskemen army. Okay. He's actually going for Lisbon right now. I think he's trying to release it. Might be not a bad idea. Looks like Sumeria might just end up crapping out. And here's the funny thing. I think Gilgamesh is going to end up in 6th place. Yeah, pretty sure Gilgamesh is going to end up in distant 6th place at this point. Japan did survive on to the end of the game, though, so congratulations, Japan. I think Teddy's going to end up, even after that really bad first game, is going to end up slotting in the top 2. So good job, Teddy. Good job, Teddy. It required a really good second game But, you know, getting silver is not anything to be ashamed about. You know, maybe we should, I don't know. I should almost maybe do the AI Championship Series without the previous winners. You know, there's something to be said about that, but we've only done it twice, and it's Brazil and Mongolia. Mongolia, I could understand doing it without. If Russia won the first one, I could understand saying, hey, maybe we should ditch Russia and Mongolia for future ones. But, you know, why would you ditch Brazil? Like, Brazil just isn't one of the stronger civs in the game. The fact that they won the first championship series is, you know, impressive. So, okay. Okay, never mind. I thought this was all Japan, and I was like, oh god, we were just talking about how Japan made it at the end, and then they just got crapped on. Is Mongolia at war with everyone? Like, is there anyone you're not at war with? Okay, you're only at war with Gorgo right now. Wait, Gorgo? Gorgo? Or was that Sumeria? No, Sumeria. That's Sumeria. He's still going for Lisbon. However, the AT army crews are going to wreck the Cav army. They're going to wreck. I'm actually surprised Sumeria got their butt kicked here because they were ahead of tech on everyone. They're still way up there on tech. They should have been able to hold on. I guess they just didn't have enough military strength, probably because they have no production because they have all this flat land, which is great for science, bad for building out units. And so Gorgo, with all these hills, probably just outproduced him. Probably could have paid a little more attention to this group stage, but, you know, ultimately, the only thing that really mattered was who was going to win, at least to me. Maybe you guys cared a little more about other things, but oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. Any suggestions for future AI only series? I'm open. I mentioned what we're planning on doing next. Any ideas for the championship series or next one, which, like I said, is probably going to start next month, maybe in February, in March. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But any suggestions there, definitely throw my way in the comments. I'm a little behind in comments right now, but I'm planning on catching up before Gathering Storm. So, yep. All right, there we go. There is the end of the game. And, like, this isn't even worth looking at. Like, look at that. It was a game. It was a game for a little bit. And this was Cree, wasn't it? No, who is this? Is that Teddy? No, it's Gorgo. Yeah. It was a game till about turn 70. And then Mongolia just said, nope, we're going to win. Wow. Wait, we can't one more turn it? Say what? I have never seen that before. All right, well, I'm going to add up the scores and I'll be back in 1 second. All right, well, this is a weird one. So if we go load the autosaves and we try loading the game, all that's there is Mongolia. So apparently Mongolia not only won, they just eliminated every other civ from my game. Like they completely just crapped on and said, nope, no other civ is going to exist ever again. So yeah. So because of that, I had to go back to our video, our most recent video. Like I can't even load that. What? So weird. I don't even know what is this? So what is going on here? Like, they just completely broke my... Oh, and there they crashed. All right, well, that's fun. So, because of that, we have no ability to get the final score, except essentially what we ended up... Well, we ended up pulling it up in the video. I went back, and the last time we got the video, and so we ended up with this as our leaderboard. So, we have Mongolia, and you'll notice that it wasn't even close between first and second place. They won by 1,100 points, so Mongolia just absolutely dominant. I wonder if this works now. USA ended up in second place, and then in third place, you'll notice that Cree ended up passing Japan. Or rather, they stayed ahead of Japan. Now, I don't know if we were able... Let's see if we can load this if it works. No, it's still just Genghis Khan. So, I don't know if we would have gotten the score there all the way at the end if Japan would have been able to make up that point, make up another 25 points. But right now, Mongolia ended up with the gold medal, US got the silver, and Cree got the bronze. So, Sumeria still ended up in the very distant 6th place, and then Gorgo was in 5th. So, yeah, that's our AI Championship Series. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game comment, and show your support. I'll see you guys in a future episode. Bye, everyone.